So it's been obviously a super long time since I recorded a video. I feel like part of my problem is that every time I've wanted to record a video, I've put it off and want it to be at a time where my house was really quiet or it was really clean and both boys were napping or something. But the whole point of me doing these videos was to show my reality of what it's like to be a mom to two young toddlers. And 90% of the time my house is a mess, and 99% of the time my house is super noisy. So it's only honest for me to do these videos just when I can get a moment and I'm not trying to fight the boys off each other. So here's my next video. Okay, so I was on my YouTube channel yesterday and noticed that it's been 5 months since I've posted a video. And in my last video, I asked people on my social media accounts to send in questions so I could do a Q&A for my next video. And these questions are 5 months old. I kept them, but they're just a little old. You guys will see what I'm talking about when I answer them. But I'm gonna answer them anyways, and we're just gonna see where it takes us. Okay, so the first question that I got was your favorite memory with each boy. And this one's kind of tough because, of course, I have so many amazing memories with both of them individually and together. But if I had to choose, my very first answer would be the days that they were born. And that sounds kind of corny and basic, but there was so much love in the room when both of them were born. And Ben and I could both feel immediately the joy that each of them were going to bring into our lives and the different personalities like that they were going to have in a sense. And it was just so amazing and so memorable. So I would have to say that's definitely my favorite memory with each boy. My second question was, what was the hardest transition for you, the first or second baby? And I would 110% say the first baby, like hands down. Because even when you find out you're pregnant with your first baby, it's all fun and games. I mean, I know some people have like complications and stuff, but you don't really have to like get your baby out of the car yet. You could still just like hop out of the car and run to the grocery store or go to the movies, or you don't really have to plan around your pregnancy a whole ton. So the first baby for sure, because it's just a 180 turn. The moment that the day they are born is just like, hello. But the second baby, at least for me, and probably because they were so close, it was like, okay, I just did this literally 10.5 months ago, so I know what I'm doing at this point. So I would say that, yeah, first baby was my hardest transition. Okay, this question, somebody asked me, do you want to get Yogurtland tomorrow? And 5 months ago, I would have said yes, and I'm saying yes to that today. We never got Yogurtland, and you know who you are. So whenever you want to go get Yogurtland, I am down. And today is $5 waitlist day or something at Yogurtland, where you just fill up a big cup, and it doesn't matter how much it weighs or how much you've put on it, and it's only $5. I really have to go to Yogurtland sometime, like ASAP. This question is a little personal, but I'm going to answer it. With that being said, though, I'm going to caution any family or friends that don't want to hear my answer to this question to skip forward a little bit, because I'm going to answer the question. And the question is, how do you maintain a sex life with 2 toddlers? Because having it with one is hard enough. I feel like you just find a way to maintain it. Everybody needs that, I think, physical touch and that intimacy with their partner. And I really think that when you're a parent, it's not even so much about sexual intimacy as it is about intimacy, whether it's getting a foot rub, you thought of them at the store and got their favorite cereal or whatever, you know? I feel like it's just really important to keep up with that intimacy period after you have kids, for sure. So I feel like that's kind of what you do. You're in survival mode when you have two little kids like that, and you just find a way to make it work, and you make time for it because we all need it. To the person that asked this question, if you ever need any more advice, please hit me up privately. I will very freely give you any more advice that you may need on that. Especially since obviously Ben and I don't have a huge issue with that. I'm always pregnant, so. This next question is, which child was easier and do you want more kids? So I'm not sure if they mean like delivery, which child was easier. So if I had to go by that, Rockwell was an easier delivery because my body already knew what to do. It was a shorter labor and he came out in like a push and a half. And also if they mean which child is easier to take care of, it would also be Rockwell, just because he's way more mellow than Wade, and he's just like I said, he's laid back, and Wade is just my Energizer bunny, go, 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 super curious, always asking questions, why, what's that, things like that. So to both of those. And then, do you want more kids? Yes. I mean, I've got one in the oven right now. And yes, we're probably going to have more babies, at least one or two. And we're super excited about our growing family, and we'll always be excited with each baby that we find out that we're having. And to go with that last question, this next one is, did you go natural, and how long were your labors? Yes, I went natural with both boys. I did not get an epidural. I did not have a C-section. I did it without any medication. I just did it like one of the pioneers, and it was amazing. Wade's labor was technically like 30 plus hours from like when I first felt the real contractions, but was like 8 hours of the super intense labor that I felt like I was going to die. And then Rockwell, my labor with him was like a total of 5 hours from start to finish. And so I'm really excited to see how short this next labor is, since Rockwell was so quick. This question was asked back in late November, and it was, any plans for baby number 3? And when this question was asked, I was really, really early on in my pregnancy and didn't even know it yet. So here we go. I did not plan baby number 3, but she's cooking and we're excited. And I'm about 5 or 6 months along right now. I'm gonna be 26 weeks tomorrow. Right? 25 weeks tomorrow, and I'm super excited. Oh my gosh, it's flying by, y'all. I'm so happy. Okay, this question is golden. This person said, why did you decide to get married so young? I love it. I love this question because I get asked this question in different words sometimes, more often than one would think probably. And the only way to answer this one is that I just knew that Ben was the person I was supposed to marry. And I knew it within the first 3 days that I met him, and I've never felt any different. I just knew. And I feel like when you know, you know. And I wanted to get married and have his babies. And he wanted to get married to me and get me pregnant. And so far, so good. So that's kind of why I decided to get married so young. It's just, I was in love. I'm still in love. And I knew that this is what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to be a mom. I've always wanted to be a mom. And I've had my ups and downs with it, with being married young and being a young mom. But I will say, I can say with every bit of me, that the highs outweigh the lows 110%. Were you always LDS? And I guess technically, yes, I was. I grew up in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and I was baptized at 8 years old, and I went to church, I went to Young Women's, I went to primary, I did all that, but I stopped going to church when I was about 15 years old and was inactive and did not practice at all again until I was 18 and had just graduated high school. So technically, yes, I've always been a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. How did you and Ben meet? And I love this story too much. So I'm going to answer this question, but I think I want to do a video with Ben where we both talk about how we met, because it's kind of a crazy story, but I don't believe that there are coincidences, and the way that we met was definitely meant to be. So I will save that question to be answered another day in another video. What made you decide to be LDS? So, like I said, I've always technically been a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, but I think what really got me was because I stopped going and I was inactive for a couple years, I was able to gain my own true testimony and belief of my relationship with God, and kind of decide what I wanted that relationship to be like. And that's what kind of made me find my true faith to my religion, and helped me gain a true testimony and love for me to have a relationship with my Savior and my Heavenly Father. So it's definitely kind of a complicated question to answer, and I don't want to like get super deep into religion or that type of thing, but my own personal choices and experiences made me decide to be an active member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This person asked, what inspired you to make a channel? And I think the thing that inspired me to make a channel was wanting to share my experiences with other young moms and or young married women, or women in general, or males. I mean, whoever watches, this is great. But I just really wanted to be a source of encouragement and upliftment for those people that need it. And I figured I have a voice and I'm not shy, and so I might as well use it. Next question is, if you're stressed, how do you de-stress? And this is kind of something that I'm most recently trying to figure out myself. Usually my de-stressor is to run and to journal and to listen to uplifting talks and read uplifting things. But lately I've been kind of in a funk, honestly, because I haven't been able to run. I was really, really good about running up until about 2 weeks ago. And then all of a sudden I just like physically could not do it anymore. It was like the pregnancy hit me really, really hard, really, really fast. And it was like I could not run anymore. So now I try to still go on walks, and it's something that I need to be better about, because it's obviously easier to not exercise than to exercise. So I need to keep at it, because that's a big de-stressor for me, is exercise. But I'm also in a point in my pregnancy where I really, really, really just want to eat strawberry cheesecake and watch movies. So that's something that I'm trying to figure out. So if anybody has any ideas on how to de-stress while pregnant, especially, please let me know. So those are all the questions I was asked. I had a really fun time answering all of them. So thank you for sending those in, and thank you for watching. I'm really hoping that I can make a better habit out of continuing to make videos and keeping everybody updated and sharing everything that we have going on. You know, I feel like being pregnant isn't easy, and being young and pregnant isn't easy, but I'm super appreciative of everybody that has had uplifting and encouraging words to say. I know that it's not ideal in today's day and age to have a lot of kids, and especially to have them quickly, but it's what my husband and I are choosing to do, and we're really excited about it. And we love our children so much, and we are totally self-reliant in giving them everything that they need and giving them all of the nurture and love that they need to help them grow and to help them succeed. So I'm really grateful that I have the opportunity to be a mother, and super excited that I have the opportunity to be a mother to 3 beautiful children. And I couldn't ask for more than that. So I'm really excited to share my adventures with you guys and to share my stories. And I'm really grateful for everybody that has only had sweet things to say to me about being pregnant every single time, because babies really bring joy. And I was made to be a mother, and I am freaking good at it. I'm not perfect at it, but I'm good at it, and I love doing it. So I don't know, we'll see how many more babies I pop out. Thanks for watching this video, and I will be making another one soon, I'm sure. I don't know on what yet, and I really appreciate everything, so thank you.